Unbelievably, it is time for the 94th Kansas FFA convention, and it's going to be June 1st through the 3rd in Manhattan. Bulk of the activities will be at McCain Auditorium, but we're pleased to be joined by Beth Gaines, Executive Director of the Kansas FFA Foundation. And Beth, I'm sure it's going to be good to have everyone back in Manhattan for another great convention.
Absolutely, Greg. Thanks for having me. It has been after a 2-year hiatus. The Kansas FFA convention is back. It's bigger than ever. We have experienced record early registration. So we anticipate 3 days filled to the brim with blue corduroy and lots of energy and excitement for the future of agriculture.
And I think excitement might be the key word there, that everybody is just ready to go see everybody too.
Absolutely. Earlier this spring, we hosted the state career development events on Kansas State University. And at that point in time, when we had invited students from across the state to come to Manhattan to demonstrate their skills, we had 1,870 individual participants representing more than 150 chapters across Kansas. So students are very much ready to be back in person, showing what they know, and what they've learned in their year in the agriculture education classroom, and to really celebrate with each other, this great industry of ours.
Not only is it to see everybody, to see old friends, so much education is packed into those 3 days. What are going to be some of the highlights that we're going to see here during the convention?
You bet. So the convention is June 1 through 3, and as you said, it's hosted on the campus of Kansas State University. And over those 3 days, we really do give students the opportunity to explore career opportunities, to learn skills, to get a better understanding of what showing up for a job interview looks like, and those opportunities to learn skills that really will make a difference throughout their lives. Another special aspect, in addition to the leadership and the career workshops, we'll host a couple sessions of a service event. So students will gather and prepare packaged meals for those that are less fortunate, and some snack bags to serve to needy individuals in our community. So they'll spend a couple hours on Wednesday and on Friday making that possible. So giving back to their communities, and part of those, particularly on the Friday service event, those meals that they package, chapters can take those home and make donations to their local food banks and their local food insecurity agencies. So really, even though the work is taking place in Manhattan by these young people, the impact is going to be felt from their generosity across the state. And we're really fortunate that our friends and partners at Mid-Kansas Cooperative have helped make that food packaging event possible this year. It's always a highlight for students to gather and to don the hairnets and to scoop up the ingredients and know that really someone is looking forward to that meal that they're helping to package.
Beth Gaines, Executive Director of the Kansas FFA Foundation, is joining us as we're previewing the 94th Kansas FFA Convention, June 1st through the 3rd on the campus of Kansas State University. And Beth, another big part of this is the competitions, the awards that they go, they compete for, and it goes in so many ways. It's a little different this year in the aspect of those who are doing their everyday operations, what they're doing, the specific projects that they have. You add in the inflation, the input cost, and everything else that is going on. That's going to have, it's the same thing of what they want to do, but boy, it's a different vibe as to how they accomplish it too.
You bet. It is, the cost of everything is rising. And so that's part of the role of the Kansas FFA Foundation, is that we do raise funds to help support students in those efforts. This year, in the spring, we awarded more than 30 SAE grants, so supervised agriculture experience grants, in the amount of $500 to help students get a jump start on their projects and programs and really explore their own individual learning aspect. And we're really hopeful that some of those grants that we awarded this year will eventually grow into recognizable and award-worthy programs. So on Thursday during convention, on June 2nd, we will recognize our state proficiency award winners. So everything from beef production to ag mechanics to specialty crops, and all the gamut in between. The top students that have had those programs throughout their high school careers will be recognized for those achievements. And that's always a highlight when those proficiency award pageants take place and those students are recognized for that effort. And really the top award is our star farmer, our star in placement, and our star agribusinessman, and our businesswoman, as the case may be. When the awards are announced, we'll recognize and announce those top 3 winners on Friday afternoon on the stage in McCain, and that is always a highlight because that award really is a cumulative effort of that student's effort in their agriculture education and FFA experience. So it's about leadership. It's about the number of hours they've invested in the program and the number of dollars, and the financial record keeping that goes along with that. So that's always a special award to see presented to a young person.
Personally, you've had it from 2 perspectives. One, in your current role as executive director of the Kansas FFA Foundation, but as a parent as well. You've had your own kids. Does it ever surprise you how impressed you always are? You go to last year and what the kid's done, the year before, the year before, the year before. Does it ever surprise you how impressive we see what these FFA members are able to do?
You know, it is always a fresh and refreshing experience for me to watch this because I have seen it from the eyes of a parent as well as working in the FFA Foundation and this world, and myself as an alumni. But, you know, if someone needs to have a little faith in what our future is going to be, I would encourage, if you can't join us in Manhattan, that you jump on the live stream and see what some of these young people are doing and their excitement and hope for the future, because these young people really are our future. And as much as we have challenging times in our society and there's things that it's really easy to get down on young people, that they're not motivated, that they don't want to go to work. Well, if you want to defy that notion and really get pumped up that there is still good out there in young people, come spend some time with some FFA members and some ag teachers, because they really are our hope and our best case for the future. And I'm excited to see what these young people will do throughout their lives, because it is going to be amazing.
Can they go to the website to be able to get on that live stream if they're not able to make it to Manhattan?
You bet. All of our information regarding convention and watching it can be found on our website, ksffa.org. So the guidebook, which kind of gives you a bird's eye view of session by session as to what's going on and which awards are being presented, that can be found on our website, as well as the stream information to watch those sessions live and news items for results, because we'll have students participating in parliamentary procedure contests, public speaking, creed speaking, lots of awards and lots of events happening live this week. So I know that there's lots of anxious parents that want to know how their young person and their chapters are doing. So that website will be a good place to check in to see how your fan favorites are doing this week.
Beth, 2 more things. This, of course, would not happen without having special guests, special speakers to relay their knowledge to them as well. And you've got a pretty outstanding lineup.
We do have an outstanding lineup. You know, the theme for this week or this convention is Unite. And that stands for a lot of things, and the fact that we're back together, but we really are united with an amazing lineup of speakers. So Rick Grigsby, an outstanding motivational speaker and author, will be joining us on Thursday night. We'll have Becky Ford, who is a Kansas FFA product, will be joining us as well. And a couple speakers from telling about their SAE and how their SAE went from a high school project to a full-fledged business that they've owned now. So with Hannah Reynolds and Limestone Floral. So really, it's a great opportunity to be inspired, to hear encouraging words, and really a good positive motivation to head into the summer with.
And of course, with the state FFA convention comes the fact that you elect a brand new officer team, but it's also an opportunity to honor the current officer team as they go off of their positions here at the end of the convention.
Yeah, we often refer to a state officer's term as a year of service because they really do serve the membership of the Kansas FFA Association throughout the year, traveling hundreds of thousands of, I won't say hundreds of thousands, but hundreds of miles, visiting chapters, inspiring members, providing workshops, banquet speakers, and things like that. And they really do make an impact on young people during their year of service. And Friday afternoon, the nerves will, I'm sure, be high, but we will announce who the next set of new officers will be, and we'll start that process all over again. And I'm excited to see who the next set of leaders will be for our organization.
All right, Beth, as always, thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule, and we hope everything goes well at this year's convention.
Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate the opportunity to share with you this afternoon.
That is Beth Gaines, Executive Director of the Kansas FFA Foundation. If you want more information, complete convention schedule, go to ksffa.org.